Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. In this video, I am going to be doing my preview for the upcoming Highlanders versus Crusaders match that is happening tomorrow at 7:05 PM at Forsyth Bar. But if you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. This match should be a very good one. We saw these two sides play off in pre-season. The score in the end was 26 to the Highlanders, 28 to the Crusaders. The Highlanders scoring all 26 points in that first half, and then the Crusaders fighting back like the Crusaders often do, making it 28-26. So if we get a match like that one tomorrow, we will be in for a very close one, and I am extremely excited for it. So the lineups were announced yesterday. The Highlanders, one thing that I did notice with their lineup is the fact that Fatuli Paya is nowhere to be seen, and I believe that is because of the injury that he did sustain against the Hurricanes in pre-season. And that is a shame because he did look strong throughout those two pre-season matches against the Crusaders and also the Hurricanes. So that is one thing that I did notice. Something else that I noticed is the fact that they are going with an extra forward on that reserves bench. Hugh Renton is in the number 23 jersey for this one, which when I did my lineup video, which did make me slightly confused at first, but on the bench as well, they have got the likes of Josh Ioane, Folau Fakatava, Liam Squire as well, is going to get his first run round this year. So they have got a strong bench here, the Highlanders, and they may need them because the Crusaders lineup at the moment is looking like it is going to be a very hard side to beat. They have got probably almost the strongest lineup that they can at this stage of the Crusaders, so they are trying to start this season well. One of the players that I am seeing that is missing is David Havili, and that is because of a concussion that he sustained in the game of three halves that did take place for pre-season, so that is why he is not in that side. So the last time these two sides met at Forsyth Bar, it was 40 to the Crusaders, 20 to the Highlanders. So they were able to score double the points, but I don't see this match going that way. I feel like that statement's going to backfire if the Crusaders do run away with it. But I feel like with the quality of the Highlanders defence that we saw over pre-season, like in that first half against the Hurricanes, they had some pretty impressive defence, and I feel like if they can replicate that in this match against the Crusaders, they will have a decent chance of being able to keep them out for a bit. But the problem in that situation is this is the Crusaders we are talking about. They are a side who won Super Rugby Aotearoa last year and have shown that their attack as well as their defence is very strong. So it will be a strong defence versus a strong attack, and in that situation we always get some pretty phenomenal rugby going on. But I am hoping that this one will be a close one to start the season. I don't want to see one side running away with it completely. I feel like we want to see both sides getting to show off their attack and defensive skills throughout this one. So the last time that these two teams met, that wasn't at Forsyth Bar, it was at Orange Theory Stadium, and it was the Crusaders who were able to win the match 32 points to 22, so only 10 points difference rather than the 20 in the first one. So I feel like this one could be close. But then saying that, the Crusaders, their backline is looking phenomenal at the moment. They are missing the likes of George Bridge for injury, Braden Enor for injury, but the depth that this side has is just going to make it very hard to be able to shut them out of this game. But the Highlanders, they have got that rolling maul that they used throughout pre-season, and it is looking pretty strong. Ash Dixon is going to be starting this match as the co-captain with Aaron Smith, and I feel like if they can get that rolling maul going early, perhaps the Crusaders could give away a few penalties, and then they are in the situation of possibly looking at going to the bin, which will then mean the Highlanders probably just keep on going to it a little bit more. But yeah, I am extremely excited for this match. I was hoping to do a live stream for it, but as you guys know, the channel received a copyright strike on a video that we weren't actually going to be using any copyrighted material. So at the moment, I am still trying to get that sorted out. So hopefully we will be able to do the live streams that we normally do on the channel for this game as well. If not, I might have to look at maybe doing it on the second channel. So the link to that will be in the description and the info card as the little bit of a backup. But I am hoping I will be able to get the strike sorted out, so we are going to be able to have the first match of Super Rugby Aotearoa, our watch-along live streams that we love doing on the channel, and hopefully they will be able to make a return for this Super Rugby Aotearoa. So I will go back to the Highlanders lineup for a moment and talk about a few players who I feel could be key in this match for them. One man though is Marino Makaele too. He looked phenomenal over pre-season. He was breaking tackles flat out. He was running hard with the ball in hand, and I feel like that is what you're going to have to do against the Crusaders for the Highlanders. You can't really take that back foot, or else the Crusaders will just keep on finding that momentum, and then they could start to put a lot of points on in the same half, which is exactly what you wouldn't want. And that is what happened in the preseason game between the two sides for Crusaders to be able to retain that Farmlands Cup. Another player, Aaron Smith, in that number 9 jersey. He is going to have a good game against this Crusaders lineup, but then they've also got Folau Fakatava, and we saw from preseason he is willing to put his body on the line. He is willing to get into those rucks if he has to, take on the big men, and I feel like that is exactly what he's going to have to do against this Crusaders side. Aaron Smith, he is known for his vision and his phenomenal passing. And I feel like in that second half, if Folau Fakatava can then take over from Aaron Smith, and I feel like if it is a smooth transition with the subs being made, I feel like that could benefit the Highlanders a lot. But then on the other side, it is Bryn Hall and Mitch Drummond, two very class halfbacks for the Crusaders. But I feel like Aaron Smith in this one could be a key for the Highlanders. Now, someone else in that back line that I would like to mention is the man who is going to be playing number 14, Connor Garden-Bishop. He was having a very good pre-season. He scored a try or two as well, I believe, Connor Garden-Bishop. The speed and the power that he was showing was just making him look like he is going to be quite a hard man to stop throughout this season, and hopefully he will be able to show off his skills throughout this match as well. Then they have also got Solomon Alomalo, who is going to be in that number 15 jersey, transferring from the Chiefs. He is going to be playing for the Highlanders this season, and he could be a dangerous man in that number 15 jersey as well. But I feel like when you talk about number 15s, you've got to talk about the Crusaders fullback, Will Jordan. He was a player who took the world by storm for Super Rugby Aotearoa last year, and I feel like he will be replicating that this year as well. He is just a very talented player. And then the back line for the Crusaders, you've got the likes of Richie Moanga, Sevu Reese. They've got Goodhue in the centres, linking up with Dallas McLeod, a younger player who has still got a lot of skill. And I feel like that could be quite an interesting centre combo to watch. They could definitely set up a few tries amongst them perhaps, and then they have also got Lester Whainarnuku on that left wing. Then the forward pack for the Crusaders, we have got the likes of Ethan Blackadder, who is going to be in the number 6 jersey. It is good to see him back after quite a few injuries he's had, unfortunately, for him, but hopefully he will be able to have a full season for this one. And then we have also got the likes of Cullen Grace in that number 8 jersey. He will be facing off with Muck Alley too in that number 8 jersey. That could be a very interesting situation between those two men. And the Crusaders, they have still got that experience in their front row as well as their locks. They've got Scott Barrett and Sam Whitelock. And Sam Whitelock, even though he is getting older now, he still seems to be able to bring that same intensity that he brought about 10 years ago, Sam Whitelock. He is just one of those players that I feel like he could probably play for a few more years and no one would complain at all, because he does still put on a lot of good performances for the Crusaders. But yeah, the front three, it is going to be Joe Moody, Cody Taylor and Michael Alaalatoa. And I feel like that front three against Daniel Leonard-Brown, Ash Dixon and Slate Tokolahi, I feel like the Crusaders will have a big edge when it comes to the scrums. So it will be interesting to see how the Highlanders will try and counter that throughout the match. But yeah, I feel like that is probably about all I am going to say about this match. I am extremely excited for it. Like I said, it is going to be played at Forsyth Bar, 7:05 PM kickoff on Friday the 26th. But be sure to put that on your calendars, because this match could be one of the best of the season. The South Island clash between the Highlanders and the Crusaders, it is going to be unmissable, so be sure to be watching that game live when it is taking place. But anyway, that is going to be the end of this video. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.